Hello everyone, thanks for stopping by my channel. It's a work in progress, so I thought why not show everyone how I'm creating my intro in the moment of creating it before I post it up along with my future videos. So follow along as I just go through just rotoscoping my intro just for fun. This is the old Photoshop, so if anybody is up to date and further along, got a better program, cool. But it's basically the same thing you do on any Photoshop. I'm just gonna, do at least 2 frames, because if I did more than that, it'd be a long video of me, my face, green screen, and I. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, that's alright. Come and chill out and follow along. You might also be doing your own project. You might be bored, want someone to do a project with you, or at least have someone to chat with while you're working on whatever you're working on. Then you can definitely watch this video and just kind of feel like you're having a little group session. So just follow along as I do simple rotoscoping. This is definitely not a tutorial. I'm not trying to teach anybody anything. This is kind of back to the basics. If you're really skilled at Photoshop, or you're really skilled at, design and whatnot, this might be a little, back to the future moment. Oh, did I say future? My bad. Back to the past, blast from the past, where you can see the good old days of how you might have begun, unless you were just, out the womb doing Photoshop like a pro. So right now, this is going to be the intro to my future videos, like I said earlier. I'm just gonna, rotoscope along. It's gonna probably be 30 seconds or less, and that's a lot of frames, 29 frames a second. That means a whole lot of details after details, but if you're further along in rotoscoping or doing Photoshop, I'm hardly touching the welcome mat of, rotoscoping and design or whatnot. I'm just kind of having fun, do something interesting for my videos in the future. Here's a little line, do a little line here, line there. I hope that if you're watching this and maybe you want to start doing cool stuff with your videos and your video and maybe your blog or maybe your vlog or maybe whatnot, you want to be creative, this is super easy. Once you get started, you're along the way towards being the best you can be. But once again, this is definitely not the pro, but maybe future pro if I keep doing a little bit more and doing a little better. In the description box, you can look down and you'll see link to my Instagram, maybe my Vimeo, or my YouTube page that you're already on. I don't know why I mentioned YouTube when this is YouTube. See, I'm not an expert or a beginner. I'm like a off in my own universe kind of person, so you might hear throughout this video me saying the same thing and correcting myself. Sorry about that. Sorry and not sorry. Following along the design of my shirt, I'm not really trying to get every single detail accurate. Here you can see like a future. Did I just say future again? See what I'm telling you? See what I'm telling you? You can see a previous frame that I did and how I'm just trying to match it up so it won't be too far off, and also just to get a glimpse of if I'm tracing along the right little same old or not. but it's all good. Not trying to be an expert. I kind of fudged this section up, but later on I can go back and correct it just a little bit. But the fun thing about going back to a previous frame, it's so easy and simple. Make a little correction and go along the way. Also, when you do any kind of design or rotoscoping, you might look at the footage, you might look at all your frames as it goes along and see, oh, you want to add another detail, you want to add something new or brush up on something, cool. You can easily do that. I'm going to be doing that, and maybe might change a few things up, maybe not. That's all good. You can see how I can, mess up a few times and then I just correct again. That Command Z, faithful Command Z. There I am again, having to erase and make a little adjustment, a little bit. Oh, now it's all nice and better. There's so many lines and so much I could, trace and add details to, but that's all good. I don't really need to do every single doodle and design on this shirt. What a great shirt I decided to wear for this. But it's very interesting and it adds more character, so why not have more and more and more details to add or not add. Like these little lines here, they're not straight, they're not, gonna look the same on each frame. I was kind of like in the screw it mode. Professionally, this would definitely have a lot better technique, but since it's my video, I'm not really too concerned. It kind of shows more of my own style, than to have to be completely accurate into details. Drawing is not my forte, hence why I am tracing. Then I just zoom in and gotta zoom in again because look at my face. That's my natural face. My natural, not smiling, deer in the headlights face. Big, luscious lips. My nostrils that I breathe so much air into all my nostrils. Those eyes. They look into your soul eyes. Don't look too close. I like the details of just, getting up close and tracing along. The brush that I'm using, I wouldn't recommend, but I started out with this brush and I thought, oh, I don't want to change it up. I kind of like it. But there's definitely a lot of other brushes to use. You can just, try out some, figure out your own, and then move on to tracing, drawing, designing, whatnot. Gotta get the eyes. At first it doesn't look how I might want it, so I just go over here and check, and then it's like, oh, it looks good, and keep going. I think I'll just do 2 frames because look how long it's taking me just to do 1 frame. Just think if I was like a pro, it'd either take me a whole lot less time or a whole lot more time because I'd actually be coloring it in or, showing you more details. But that's alright. Gotta check again. Gotta get into my beanie. This is actually not like a fro, it's just my hair tucked under a nice beanie, but it's black, so it does look like a fro. It looks like my hair is completely nicely orbed and shaped, but underneath there is a completely different style that could possibly scare viewers, so I will not be revealing what's underneath this, hence why it's tucked away. So now I'm just drawing it out, this would take a whole lot less time if I had just, make my brush a whole lot bigger, but I don't want to, mess up the edges. Gotta have the edges laid. So I'm just gonna, clean it up a little bit, keep it smooth and going. However you want to go about maybe doing your rotoscope or design video, go about it. If you got any cool or easier tips, tricks, definitely let me know. If this is a professional video, I would be telling you the tricks and tips, but I'm just warning you. Just follow along as you do like maybe your own project. I'm just here sharing my video. Maybe you're bored out of your mind and you're just like, I've been working on this project for hours and hours. I just want to chill out and take a little break and listen to someone else struggle. But I'm not really struggling. I'm just having a good old time. Just good old time scribbling and drawing. And I hope you are also. Everyone should be having a good time scribbling, drawing, following along, not following along. And if I just leave it at this, it would look like a little cool fro that is half black and half white. How nice. But I gotta finish it up. I'm over here just getting the right size for my brush, and then look how much easier it is when you just swoop, 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 swoop along. Swoop along some more, swoop along some more, swoop along some more. There I go. Yeah. Skills. Filling in the blink skills. Everybody learned this in kindergarten, preschool. Fill in the lines, draw in the lines. I'm so glad to know I still have that skill going for myself. If not, that'd be really sad. Going back to the way, way, way back basics. So now that I'm almost done with this one frame, just, checking up on details, see if I like it, want to add something, missing something. If it's all good, I'll go to the next frame, or I'll just check the previous frame. Just checking. Once again, 1 second, 29 frames, so there's a lot to look back on when I go from one frame to the next. Looks pretty good. Let me check again. Whoop, I'm on the wrong frame. I'm on the wrong layer, but my bad. I always end up doing this, and then I'm like, what am I doing? And it's like, oh yeah, my bad. Now we're on to a new frame. Had to save. Always make sure to save. Save. Because who knows? You might spill your coffee, or you might be like me and drop your phone in the middle of doing this editing and realize you could have easily hit the wrong key, the wrong button, and just end the whole session. Have to go all the way back, check what you missed, what you messed up, and start all over again. Who knows? Just make sure you save. Gotta make sure I get my ears, connect to my fro, my beanie fro. I have a black backdrop that I once used with my black hair, and definitely was the wrong mistake. But you gotta do a good trial and error till you get it all good and along the way. By the way, I'm not using a mouse. I have a Wacom board, and when I did a previous rotoscope kind of clip, I was using my mouse, and it took me forever, kept messing up. So you know what you gotta do? You gotta invest in yourself and go ahead and purchase a Wacom board, purchase whatever tool that is best for you to do some better rotoscoping, to do some better editing, drawing, whatnot. It is well worth the money. It's going down. Look at this, my necklace. The necklace that I'm always pictured in. Following the details, kind of following it, kind of not. Not really too concerned about every little bump and lump along this necklace. If I zoomed in a little bit closer, I would definitely see the grooves, but that's alright. At first I was like, oh, every little groove, but then I kind of realized it gives it more character when I kind of just go with the flow of the necklace, go along the flow that my pen cascades across this necklace. Zig, lump, there. And I just get the little line, and get another line. Looks kind of wonky, but that's alright. I hope whatever project or whatever you're doing, if you're not even doing a project and you're just like, let me look at what this person is doing on this program. Came across this YouTube video by mistake. Welcome, you are now trapped. You cannot escape unless you just click out his video. Then you're perfectly well aware that this is just a good old rambling follow along session. But if you're staying, cool. There will be more videos like this until I'm done, at least with this whole rotoscoping. I won't continue from this frame on. I'll probably go further along and then show the whole put together footage, because this is too many frames to be, hey, come watch me frame after frame after frame. And like, you could put yourself to sleep to this. And if you do put yourself to sleep to this, good night. If you're wide awake, please let the energy from my video to your video. I'm making no sense, but I just don't want anyone to be too bored. Just checking. If you hear any ice kind of jiggling around, I just picked up my drink, my bad. I was like, I'm not going to be rude and slurp on this recording. I will not be rude and do that. I already dropped my phone and was like, oh, I could have easily just said a few bad words, but nope, don't want to do that. This is already a long video. Nothing serious at all. Just follow it if you want, if you don't. And see, these little details are what I'm talking about. Like, you can choose to do every single detail or not. Make it your own. Add details. Cool. Go along the way that you feel like. And also, if you're still watching, how about you share some of your videos or whatnot? We can all have a good old look at what each other's doing segment. If not, cool, that's alright. You can maybe add me on your Instagram and I'll check out your edits or whatnot. That's cool. See which part of the world you're from. We can all connect and all have a little powwow session of scribbling around and videos, whatever. Some of these lines and some of these edits that I'm doing, these little drag-alongs, I'm not trying to get the perfect orbed circle. I'm not trying to get the straightest straight line. I do a few corrections just to kind of not be too wonky. but mainly just to keep it clean enough to my approval. And just this little yellow rectangle. By the way, the makers of this shirt, thank you. I've gotten plenty of compliments about this shirt. It was actually supposed to be a dress, but since I'm so plump, it is a shirt. Nice little detailed segment. A nice little personal touch to this film. I love it. It's one of my favorites. Almost done with this segment. Just gotta add these little notches. These little side details that just make the video, make the footage, make the frame just a little bit better, you know. So I do advise anyone, encourage anyone to always, you know, add as many little details as you want to your frames, to your videos. If you add way more than me, cool. Oh, look at it without my face. So much better. Oh. Now time, gotta zoom in again. There I am. Gotta get these luscious lips again. Oop, gotta erase that. Ugh, these luscious lips take forever to get right to my standards. One key thing that would have helped is if I would have used maybe a different brush to go along my lips. Nope, I don't like this. Alright, starting over again. Oh! Just think I could use this whole video just trying to trace the smallest thing. That is pure sadness if I had to do that. I promise that in later frames I will be smiling, but for this frame, the 2 frames that I did for this video, I look like a deer in headlights. I look like someone, please call somebody, help, but really I'm just fine. Gotta get my eyebrows. Maybe it'll be on fleek, maybe they won't. And then these lovely eyes I gotta get too. I am wearing eyeshadow, but this is not a makeup tutorial, so I won't go into details about it. That's all good. When I first started doing rotoscoping, I actually didn't use a video frame, so I was doing each individual frame on a new layer, and trial and error again. I had no clue what I was doing. But thankfully for other YouTube videos, I went back, took some notes, and keep on improving. And that's what it's all about, you know? This video, your design. The more you keep on doing, the better you get along the way. The more you keep doing trial and error, the more you learn. So keep up the good work. I'll keep up the good work. And luckily this is just a little side doodle hobby that I'm doing. And once I'm done, I hope that it'll be up to my liking, and share it with all who wants to see and all who don't want to see, because I'm going to post it everywhere and everyone's going to be forced to have to like it or not, or just not look at it. It's all good in the neighborhood. I'm just about done, just got to get this beanie fro again. So if you follow along this far, almost 30 minutes. Whoa. Thank you. I hope to continue doing better videos. I hope that you got a good break out of your design session, or if you're following along doing your own project, I hope you take a good stretch. I hope that you're not pulling an all-nighter. And if you are, I've been there, done that, and sometimes you look back and realize those all-nighters and edit sessions were some of the best ever, because you always improve when you pull an all-nighter, because you gotta really hustle. This is not an all-nighter, this is taking a break and doing my own thing session. But I wish for everyone to do their own fun project, continue to do whatever you've been doing. I'm just rambling along. Thanks for watching. Thanks for following along. Please come back and watch future videos of me just saying whatever in my own world. Just gotta finish it up, do my big ol' ending session to this. Gotta finish my fro. Started off with a bang, gotta end with a good bang. My lips just look like, kind of like a bread roll. La-da-dee, la-da-dum, la-da-dee, finishing up. Almost done. Almost done. And yeah, I really like it. Boop, boop. And that was just 2 frames, so I think I've done probably 2 seconds, so almost like over 60 frames. A little bit over, a little bit under 60 frames, so one or the other. And now let's just see. Yep, it's a start. A good start to a small little project. Thank you for following along. Frame by frame, I'm getting there. I promise there will be a complete video once I'm done of me and actually a smile that might be produced. But it's all good. Just a little segment of me rotoscoping, so thanks for following along. Much appreciated. Please subscribe, don't subscribe, it's all good. Just doing my thing.